You might think all cars are built the same, or that if it looks good and has a famous badge, it must be reliable. But after years in the workshop, one thing is clear. Some cars are trouble from the start. Not because they're old or rare, but because they hide serious problems under the hood, issues that cause endless headaches and expensive repairs. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 popular cars that mechanics avoid like the plague. These are vehicles that look great on paper, but behind the scenes they can turn into a nightmare. I'll explain exactly what goes wrong with each one and why you should think twice before buying. Trust me, knowing this can save you thousands of dollars and a ton of frustration. Stick around until the end, because I'm also going to share tips on what to watch out for if you already own one. Ready? Let's dive in. Citroën Jeep Renegade. At first glance, the Jeep Renegade seems like the perfect small SUV. Its boxy shape, high stance, and signature Jeep styling make it look ready for any adventure, even if you mostly drive in the city. It's a car that catches your eye, and many fall in love with its charm. But under that friendly exterior, there's a darker story. A story mechanics know all too well. The Renegade comes with a few engine options, and some of them have a habit of causing serious headaches. The 1.0-liter turbocharged petrol engine is one of the most common offenders. It tends to burn oil at a higher rate than normal, which means you might find yourself topping up the oil more often than expected. This isn't just inconvenient. Low oil levels can lead to engine damage if you're not careful. Worse, this engine is also known for leaks, whether from seals or gaskets, that can cause warning lights or worse, leave you stranded. Plus, ignition issues have been reported, causing rough starts or stalling without much warning. If you thought the diesel would be better, think again. The 1.6-liter multi-jet diesel engine faces its own set of problems. One of the biggest complaints is the frequent diesel particulate filter, DPF regeneration. The DPF is supposed to clean itself by burning off soot, but in these models it happens so often it feels like a never-ending chore. Constant regeneration can cause wear on other components and frustrate drivers who notice the car behaving oddly or using more fuel. The electronic systems on the Renegade add to the trouble. The start and stop system, which saves fuel by shutting the engine off at stops, can malfunction. There have been cases where the system fails and leaves the car completely dead when stopped at a red light. A dangerous and embarrassing situation. Mechanics tell stories of replacing central control units multiple times under 70,000 miles, often without clear diagnostic codes. This means the car can have serious electrical problems that are hard to pinpoint, requiring expensive repairs. Then there's the body computer module. If this electronic brain goes down, it can affect everything from lighting to locking systems, and repairing it is not cheap, often costing between $700 and $1,000, labor excluded. Automatic transmission versions don't escape unscathed. They often develop jerky gear changes around 60,000 miles. Fixing these issues usually involves costly software updates or, in the worst cases, replacing hardware like actuators, costs that quickly add up. In essence, the Renegade offers too much tech packed into a small package without enough quality control and durability testing. For buyers looking for a small, dependable SUV, mechanics often recommend alternatives like the Suzuki Vitara. It might not have the same flash, but it's known for simpler mechanics, fewer electronic headaches, and a solid reputation for reliability. So, while the Jeep Renegade might win you over with style and promise, be aware that under the surface, it's a vehicle that can give you more trouble than it's worth. Ford Kuga. The Ford Kuga has earned a solid reputation as a practical, family-friendly SUV. It boasts roomy interiors, comfortable rides, and a modern design that appeals to many. On paper, it checks all the boxes, but beneath the surface, there are some issues that mechanics warn about. Problems that can turn your family SUV into a costly repair project. Let's start with the heart of the matter, the 2.0-liter engine. This engine is known for a few persistent troubles that cause headaches in many workshops. One of the biggest complaints mechanics hear involves the exhaust gas recirculation, EGR valve. This valve plays a critical role in reducing emissions by recirculating some exhaust gases back into the engine. But in many Kugas, the EGR valve tends to wear out prematurely. When this happens, it clogs the intake system and causes the engine to run inefficiently, leading to higher fuel consumption and performance issues. Next up is the diesel particulate filter, or DPF. While this filter is essential for trapping harmful soot from diesel engines, it tends to clog early on the Kuga. Frequent regenerations become necessary, burning off soot through high exhaust temperatures. But in many cases, these happen so often that they cause excessive wear on the filter and related components, driving up maintenance costs. Perhaps the most costly problem lies with the fuel pump. When this component starts failing, it releases metal shavings into the fuel lines, damaging the injectors and filters downstream. These repairs are expensive, often running into several $1,000s, and require skilled technicians for proper diagnosis and replacement. Moving on to the transmission, many Kugas come equipped with a dual-clutch automatic system designed to offer smooth and quick gear changes. However, skipping maintenance or using the wrong transmission oil can lead to serious issues like slipping gears, vibrations, and even complete transmission failure. Repair or replacement bills can be astronomical, sometimes exceeding $4,000. The all-wheel drive versions bring their own set of challenges. The Haldex system responsible for controlling rear-wheel traction can malfunction, causing sudden loss of traction and cryptic error codes that often confuse independent repair shops. To properly diagnose and fix these problems, official Ford diagnostic tools and software are usually required, leaving little room for DIY solutions. So, while the Ford Kuga offers plenty of space and features that make it appealing to families, its complex mechanical and electronic systems demand regular, careful maintenance, and sometimes come with steep repair costs. If reliability and lower maintenance headaches are a priority, mechanics often suggest considering more straightforward SUVs with simpler transmissions and less complicated electronics. Peugeot Citroën C4 Cactus. The Citroën C4 Cactus immediately stands out with its unique design and innovative air bump panels, which protect against minor bumps and scratches. It's lightweight, economical, and aimed at drivers who want something different from the usual SUV crowd. But while it looks fresh and clever, mechanics have mixed feelings beneath the surface. At the heart of many issues lies the 1.2-liter PureTech engine, which features an oil-immersed timing belt, a setup designed to reduce friction and boost efficiency. Sounds good in theory, but this system has caused headaches in practice. As the belt wears down, it releases tiny particles into the engine oil. These particles clog oil filters and oil pumps, reducing oil pressure and causing overheating. If left unchecked, this can lead to serious engine damage, even engine seizure. Citroën has responded with material updates and recalls, but many cars remain at risk, especially if service histories are incomplete or the vehicle was purchased from smaller dealers. Electronics also cause problems. ABS sensors, automatic headlights, and climate control systems are known to malfunction on these models. Inside the cabin, interior plastics tend to degrade early. Door panels often peel near the handles. Radios can freeze in reboot loops, and various trim pieces become loose after about 50,000 miles. While these might seem like small annoyances, they add up and contribute to a reputation for reliability issues. If you're after a reliable city car, many mechanics recommend considering alternatives like the Toyota Yaris or Mazda 2, which may not be as flashy but offer greater peace of mind over time. Nissan Qashqai. The Nissan Qashqai has long been a bestseller in the compact SUV segment, thanks to its roomy interior, comfortable ride, and modern features. Many praised its 1.3-liter turbocharged petrol engine as an efficient alternative to diesel, promising smooth power and good fuel economy. However, beneath the polished exterior lurk recurring issues that often frustrate owners and mechanics alike. This engine was developed through a collaboration between Nissan, Renault, and Mercedes, and is used across several models like the Renault Captur and Mercedes A-Class. While technically advanced, it's plagued by consistent reports of excessive oil consumption. Some drivers notice their oil levels dropping significantly after just a few thousand miles, often with no visible leaks. If ignored, this leads to overheating and premature turbocharger failure, repairs that can be costly and time-consuming. Speaking of the turbo, it's considered a weak point, with many failures occurring before 60,000 miles. Additionally, the so-called lifetime timing chain has a habit of becoming noisy when cold, indicating it's stretching and may soon fail. Replacing the chain is neither cheap nor straightforward, often costing upwards of $1,000. and not every repair shop is equipped to handle it. The Qashqai's electronics are not immune either. The driver assistance systems frequently malfunction, triggering warning lights, false automatic braking events, and radar deactivations that are more nuisance than danger, but annoying nonetheless. Mechanics often suggest alternatives like the Mazda CX-3 or Hyundai Kona, which are praised for more reliable electronics and overall build quality. Third, Alfa Romeo Giulietta. The Alfa Romeo Giulietta, especially the 1.4-liter LPG variant, has attracted drivers looking for a balance between sportiness and fuel savings. The idea of an Italian hatchback with a gas system promised performance with economy, but mechanics warn it's a gamble that often doesn't pay off. LPG burns at higher temperatures than gasoline, and the Giulietta's engine wasn't designed to handle that heat over the long term. This results in a host of serious problems: warped cylinder heads, overheated valve seats, burnt exhaust valves, and in many cases, blown head gaskets, sometimes all happening well before 100,000 miles. The LPG system itself, usually supplied by companies like Landi Renzo or BRC, includes sensitive sensors, especially the injector rail sensor, that are prone to failure. When these sensors go bad, the car often switches back to gasoline on its own, triggers the check engine light, or enters limp mode, limiting power to protect the engine. Many owners think a simple reset will fix these issues, but in reality, they signal expensive and recurring repairs ahead. There are also electronic quirks. Steering wheel controls may stop working, radios can freeze, and instrument clusters often glitch after software updates. The timing belt, which should be replaced every 75,000 miles on LPG models, often needs earlier attention compared to gasoline versions. If you're considering an LPG compact car, mechanics often recommend a Toyota Auris fitted with a quality aftermarket system. Less flashy, but far more reliable in the long run. 2. Peugeot 208. The Peugeot 208 is one of Europe's favorite city cars, thanks to its sleek design, compact size, and fuel-efficient 1.2-liter PureTech 3-cylinder engine. It offers a great mix of performance and economy for urban driving, but beneath the surface lurks a significant mechanical concern that many mechanics are wary of: the oil-immersed timing belt. This belt system was designed to reduce friction and improve efficiency by running submerged in engine oil. While innovative, it has proven to cause serious problems. Over time, the timing belt degrades chemically and physically. It starts to shed gummy particles into the engine oil, which then clog the oil filter and pump. This reduces oil pressure, leading to overheating and potentially catastrophic engine damage, even seizure. Adding to the trouble, the 208's engine tends to consume oil excessively, especially as the car ages. Some owners report needing to top up oil every 1,200 miles, a clear sign of internal wear. Other common issues include ignition coil failures, faulty manifold pressure sensors, premature buildup of dirt in the throttle body, and unusual noises at idle, all often warning signs of timing belt troubles. Inside the cabin, materials also don't always age well. After roughly 50,000 miles, plastics can creak, trim pieces loosen, and buttons fade or become sticky. Peugeot updated the timing belt material from 2020 onward, but cars built before 2019 remain at risk if they haven't been recalled. Many mechanics advise replacing the timing belt at 30,000 miles instead of the manufacturer's suggested 90,000 to avoid expensive repairs. For those seeking a reliable petrol city car, alternatives like the Hyundai i20 or Toyota Yaris are often recommended for their proven durability. First, Mercedes-Benz A-Class. The Mercedes-Benz A-Class has long been admired for its sleek design, premium badge, and refined interiors. It's a car that promises luxury and performance in a compact package. But mechanics often warn buyers to be cautious, especially with certain diesel models. The A-Class 180D is powered by a 1.5-liter diesel engine sourced from Renault, the same one found in Renault Clio, Captur, and others. While Mercedes has tweaked it, the core issues remain. One of the biggest headaches is the fuel pump, which tends to fail prematurely, often before 50,000 miles. When it breaks down, it releases metal particles into the fuel system, contaminating injectors, fuel rails, and filters. Repair costs can easily climb past $3,000, even at independent workshops. The turbocharger is another weak point. prone to early failures leading to power loss and excessive smoke. Early clogging of the exhaust gas recirculation (EGR) valve adds to the long list of common issues. Surprisingly, this A-Class uses a timing belt rather than a chain, and replacing it is costly due to the engine's compact design, often costing upwards of $900. On the transmission side, the diesel models equipped with dual-clutch automatics often suffer from slipping in second and third gears, especially when cold. Repairs usually involve expensive software updates or clutch actuator replacements, with labor alone running between $1,500 and $2,200. Mechanics jokingly call this model the Renault in a tuxedo or fake premium. For buyers seeking a true Mercedes experience, professionals recommend the C-Class with the 2.0-liter CDI engine or the BMW 1 Series. Just be sure to avoid the notorious N47 engine. So there you have it, 7 cars that many experienced mechanics avoid for good reasons. Remember, a flashy badge or eye-catching ad doesn't guarantee reliability. Smart buyers know the hidden issues beneath the surface. If this video helped you avoid a costly mistake, please hit the like button and subscribe. In upcoming videos, we'll reveal the cars mechanics do recommend in 2025 and how to spot reliable buys. Have you owned any of these models or faced similar problems? Share your experiences in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.